Welcome to this Eurogas Tech Talk, where we look at technologies that can help to decarbonise the European energy systems and create jobs in Europe. My name is Philippa Nuttall-Jones, editor of Energy Monitor, and today I have the pleasure of speaking to Dr. Stefan Rickelt, co-founder of SmartSim. Hi Stefan. Perhaps to start, you could explain to us a little bit more about SmartSim and exactly what your company does.
SmartSim is a company that has, amongst others, the product called SmartSim itself as well. And it's a system for gas quality tracking. Our software is used by gas grid operators. It allows them an easy integration of different gases in the natural gas grid, such as biogases, hydrogen, or decarbonized gases.
Can you explain how your technology enables this to happen?
SmartSim is a digital solution. Instead of measuring the energy content at each customer or at connections to other grids, our software SmartSim calculates how different gases in the grid mix. So therefore, the software simulates the gas flows in the grid, how they proceed, how they mix, and in a second step, then SmartSim determines the energy content at each point of the grid. With that information, the grid operator can clearly determine what is the calorific value at a certain customer.
So to make this happen, is it just a question of calorific value of the energy, or are there certain safety concerns that are in there as well?
Gases that are added or injected into a gas grid, they anyway have to comply with the standards for natural gas. Either they have to comply by themselves or the mix of, for example, hydrogen and natural gas, where our software is needed to determine that customers receive the right amount of energy that is on their bill. So there is no safety issue from these points.
Okay, and today we're talking about climate action and decarbonising the EU energy systems. How does your technology enable this decarbonisation?
Natural gas as a fossil energy carrier needs to decarbonize. And if we look at biomethane and hydrogen, especially hydrogen, there are huge potentials to increase the hydrogen production and add hydrogen to the grid.
Okay, so using your technology, how quickly can this help increase the amount of renewable energy in the grid? And is there a European target, for example, by 2030 to have a certain percentage of renewable gas in the grid?
Well, at the moment, there is not a distinct target. What should be the share of renewables in the gas grid by 2030? Of course, such a target would be helpful in the further development of the market.
Perhaps you could explain a little bit more then in terms of what stage of development is your technology at? It's already being used, I think, in certain countries, Denmark and Germany, and how widely is it used and what plans do you have to scale up?
SmartSim is already used successfully by more than 20 gas grid operators, as said before, in Germany, Denmark, and in Sweden. And there, our method is approved by calibration authorities. So in all these projects where we set up our software, it had to be proven that our software calculates the energy content precisely. And in some further countries, we are currently in the project stage, such as in Spain. One example that I would like to highlight is the grid Brunsbüttel in Germany. The largest power-to-gas plant in Germany injects hydrogen there, and with the help of SmartSim, the grid operator Schleswig-Holstein Netz can track how the hydrogen distributes in the grid, and he can bill his customers correctly. Denmark, Germany, and Sweden, the regulative framework has been adopted early, and some other countries are actually currently on their way. They are aware of that, of these difficulties, and are moving in the same direction. That's what we see. At the same time, there is an international standard for energy determination of natural gases, which gives guidance how such systems which make it possible to handle different gas qualities should look like.
So if you want to roll out your SmartSim technology across Europe, what do you need now from either national or EU regulators to help you in that journey?
Countries need a framework for their regulation that it is possible to inject gases of different quality in a grid. In some countries, it is only possible that the gas quality and thus the energy content in the grid is at one level. And so regulative changes need to be done that it's possible to have a mix of hydrogen and natural gas that enters the grid in at one place, and to have biomethane at another place, so that the grid operator is allowed to handle these different gas qualities at one time.
Thank you, Stefan. So I'd like to thank Stefan Rickelt from SmartSim for being with us today, and like to thank you for tuning in to the Eurogas Tech Talk. If you want to hear other Eurogas Tech Talks, please go to Eurogas's website, eurogas.org. Thank you very much.